it was my dad, who's not here anymore. And the complicated relationship that I have with my dad. And in many ways, my dad was in a way like Mark, who struggled with his own addictions, who was a pro wrestler at a time when Mark was an MMA fighter, paycheck to paycheck, big star, but just struggled, man, and then had a really complicated relationship with his son, and then had a extremely complicated relationship with other children that he had that I didn't know about until he died. And it's just, there was so much of my dad in that, and there was also so much of my own experience of growing up and seeing these guys, many of my friends who struggled just like Mark, who weren't as lucky or as strong as Mark. And they're walking in the clouds. And they checked out through addiction, through overdoses. And Mark overdosed twice. I think you and I talked about that. I left you a message. He's lucky to be alive. A few of my friends checked out on their own because they just couldn't handle the pressure. The pressure is the thing I think that I come back to with this character, because you think with Mark Kerr and with Mark, fighters, men and women, boxers, actors, us in this room, it's not the wins and the losses. Sure, they matter, but it's the pressure and how we deal with pressure. And then some deal with it good, and some struggle sometimes.
November 4th,
so it was that, and it was
at the Linwood Theater.
It was also my mom, who I would watch her just want to be loved and want some attention from a man who she had committed her life to and gave up all of her dreams, much like Dawn, to this man and his dreams. And when Emily walked into the locker room in Japan, I say Emily because it was very personal, and unscripted, I ignored her. And you see the look on her face, and I've seen that before with my dad and my mom. So it was that too. And I think there's also just trying to find grace in this life, and here's a guy who is just trying and wants the world, and you're right, and he is intellectually aware